Hey, what's up guys? Josh here. I'm here with Coach Juice, and we're going to go over this week's muscle minute workout. So for this workout, we're going to have 3 groups of 3 exercises. You're going to do each exercise for 60 seconds. You'll have a few seconds to switch between exercises, and we'll have about 30-second break between groupings, and we're going to go through this 2 times today. You ready, Juice?
Ready.
Okay, so for group number 1, we're going to use our kettlebells here. We're going to start with our kettlebell clean and squat. So get that kettlebell set up between those feet. You're going to yank that kettlebell up, nice neutral spine, use those hips to pull that kettlebell up, and then into that deep squat here. So it's a deep breath in, push that air out. Deep breath in as you sit to that chair, push that air out as you drive back up. So 2 moves in that one. The second exercise is going to be our Russian twist. So you can hold this kettlebell if you like, or you can do it without any weight here. We're going to lift those feet up off the floor if you can, wall up those abs, nice and controlled here. If you need to, you can put those feet on the floor as you're rotating, taking that kettlebell down to one hip and then over to the other here. Make sure you keep those abs walled up nice and tight, slight arch of that lower back to protect your lower back here. And then we're gonna come up and we'll grab our box and we're gonna do our kettlebell plank row. So we're gonna get one hand on the box here. Nice wide stance for those feet so that you can keep those hips nice and stable, wall those abs, squeeze those glutes. You're just gonna squeeze that shoulder blade, pulling that kettlebell handle right up towards your ribs here, pushing the box away from you, trying to keep those hips from shifting. Now you can go 30 seconds and 30 seconds, we'll let you know halfway, and then you can switch to the other side. Or you could go 60 seconds in the first round on one side and then do the other side on the second round. Our second group of exercises here, we're going to start with our blast off push-ups. So with that from that push-up plank position, we're going to sit back into that V squat, explode forward into that push-up. As you come in out of that push-up, you're blasting off, then sitting back, forward into that push-up, sit back out of that push-up here, nice and controlled. If you need to, you can modify this by going down to your knees to press back up. Again, so you blast out and then lower yourself from your toes, lower those knees and press back up, or you can work from your knees here. You can also just use the suspension trainer and do a chest press if that's the one that's best for you. Our second exercise is our lateral step-ups here. So you can hold some weight if you'd like, or you can go with body weight here, and we're going side to side here. Now notice how Juice takes a nice wide step as she goes out and then steps back here. So she's pushing up and over here, getting some of that lateral movement in on this one. Think about crushing that box. Deep breath in on the way down, push that air as you drive up. Think about that top leg doing the work here, so we're not trying to bounce off that back foot on this one. Our third exercise is going to be our reverse flies on the suspension trainer. So we're going to face the anchor point for this one, leaning straight back, soft bend in those elbows, squeeze those glutes, wall up those abs, and push that air out as you pull yourself up. Think about pushing your chest forward at the top. Toes are pulled up towards your knees. Nice moving plank here. If you need to make this, if you want to make this a little bit heavier, you step further in. If you need to lighten it up, just step a little bit further out in this one. And then our third group of exercises, we're going to start with our dumbbell pivot press. So we're going to start with those dumbbells at those shoulders. We're going to pivot through that back foot, squeezing that glute. So as Juice rotates to her left side, she's pivoting on that right foot, squeezing that right glute nice and tight and pressing overhead. As she pivots to the right side, she's pivoting on that left foot, squeezing that left glute, pressing that left arm overhead here. Focus on really using those hips to give you that momentum on that press. Our second exercise is our skater lunges. So we have a couple options here. The first one is to step into that side lunge, step to the side, and then into that reverse lunge, touching that foot down. You can hop side to side, touching down here. Where'd that thing come from? Up and over here, touching out, or you can keep those feet up off the floor the entire time, just jumping side to side, sitting into that landing here, nice and controlled, bouncing up and over each time. Notice how she's using those arms for balance as well. And then our last exercise is going to be our ball hammer slam. So this is a rotational ball slam here. What you're going to do is you're going to take that ball, making a big circle, you're taking it down towards your hips, and then high overhead and slam. So we're going to get some core rotation in here, reaching high overhead, side to side here. Really get a nice big rotation, reach high, and then beat the hell out of that ball on every single slam. Okay, that's our muscle minute workout for this week. Great job, Juice.